Good morning. Thank you for joining me here at the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. We are live right now with a look at what is a door, but will soon be Atlanta Mayor Mayor Dickens walking in and announcing his reelection bid. Now, the mayoral race, again, is set for 2025, and here we are in 2025. So the mayor about to walk through those doors for a news conference. He and his team have called for 11 a.m. to begin to talk about re-election and what the future holds for him. I want to talk about Mayor Dickens for a moment. This is a look back at his swearing in back in 2022 when he first took office. So this is from, again, previous coverage that we brought to you. I'm just going to put a bug up just so you guys know what is live and what isn't live. But this will be a big moment for the mayor, who will make his re-election campaign rally, initial rally tonight at Monday Night Garage, starting at 5 p.m. when those doors open. This morning is more about holding a news conference to really make that announcement and start the conversation surrounding his re-election bid and what will follow as months and months of rallying and asking for votes. As you can see back live, I'm just going to take you out here to the room where we are waiting for Mayor Dickens to walk through any moment now. And again, he will take to this podium right here where those mics are and announce his re-election bid. Just keeping an eye on this live picture for you as we wait for the mayor. This is going to be really, for him, a central focus on some of the issues that voters in the city care most about. And he mentioned some of that during his State of the City address that we took you to earlier this month, where he talked about how crime has come down. He talked about how 911 response times have increased and that his focus remains on public safety for the city, something that many residents here have stated is their number one concern, as well as other matters. Now, the mayor has also been plagued with shocking allegations involving the city's Inspector General's office and the exit of the Inspector General for the city of Atlanta. So he has had quite the year so far in the spotlight, and this will certainly continue as he continues on for re-election, for hopes to keep his spot as the city's mayor. And there he is in the room here, shaking hands. I think they're going to just get some things set up. That's Jason Carter, the grandson of Jimmy Carter, and then the mayor should be stepping up to that podium and making his announcements. All right, I'm just going to bring that volume down as we continue to wait for Mayor Dickens. I assume behind those doors they're doing a quick huddle. He's going to step out and make those remarks here any moment now. Talking about the State of the City address, because that's really one of the most recent times that we heard from the mayor. He outlined his goals for 2025. I'm sure re-election and now trying to keep his spot as the city's mayor is going to be a part of that. But during his State of the City address, he laid out his goals for 2025. And a large part of that conversation was highlighting crime prevention efforts across the city. And of course, his passion for uplifting Atlanta's youths through his youth program. The mayor, again, now, any moment now, set to approach the podium. Some other issues that he highlighted in his State of the City address: the city's infrastructure, economic development, public safety initiatives that he's taking on in 2025. He also noted that homicides were down by 26% since he took office. He also said that 911 has improved their response time, something that he initially said in his first State of the City would be a priority for him. So again, an interesting year for the mayor, plagued by drama and issues surrounding the city and its relationship with the Inspector General's office, as well as some of the initiatives that he has taken on, that he has publicly said he was proud of and hopes to continue into 2025. Now, the mayor also addressed the ongoing fight against homelessness, saying that the city is allocating another $60 million into addressing affordable housing, getting people housed, and plans to open development for the homeless. And I do believe he's about to speak, so let's listen in. And that's how you know we are live. We are also watching with you as this unfolds, just waiting for the mayor to step out. Again, some final conversations they're likely having. We noted that President Jimmy Carter's grandson, Jimmy Carter, was in the room here, likely to support the mayor in his announcement for re-election. We have several other representatives and members of City of Atlanta here as well, with the mayor along with his team that we regularly see when he holds news conferences. But this is a special one. This is going to be about his bid for the future of Atlanta. Let's listen in.
Come on, everybody. Good morning. Come on, everybody, gather around. All right, good morning, everybody. As you can see, we are here at the Andre Dickens for Mayor campaign headquarters, and I am fired up and ready to go and excited that everyone is here today, and I'm excited to kick off this campaign for the re-election of myself. I'm excited for that. Over the past years, we've really done some great work and got a lot of things done, and we want to continue that. As I ran for mayor back in 2021, you know, the goal was to serve for 8 years, 2 terms, all the way to 2030, to be able to deliver all the things that we talked about. And I had this dream since I was 16 years old to become mayor of Atlanta. God and good people like these right here have blessed me to be able to be the mayor of Atlanta. So I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the cabinet and team at the City of Atlanta that have delivered all the success that we have for the people of Atlanta. And I'm thankful for my campaign team and everybody here that has made that happen. This is the same team that took me from 4% polling to a 64% victory back in 2021. So these are some magicians at making sure that we get the word out, get the message out, and also be able to keep on going. You know, I work, as I say, from can't see morning to can't see night, all day and night in all 12 districts of this city to make sure that we deliver for the people of Atlanta. And I'm excited today that I have some of my dearest friends and these individuals that support me. These are the co-chairs of this campaign, and there's a lot of them here, but there's a few that are missing. So I'll give you the names of everybody, and then I'm going to turn it over to them, and they will one by one tell you why they're supporting me in this campaign re-election. So all of the names are the Honorable Shirley Franklin, the Honorable Ambassador Andrew Young, Honorable Ambassador Michelle Taylor, as well as Reverend Kenny Alexander, who is here today, Jason Carter, who is here today, Sharon Gay, who is here today, Amara Kennedy, who's here behind me, Ryan Wilson, who's here today, Stephanie Blank, who's also here, Clark Seidel, who's behind me, as well as Dr. Key Hallman, who will likely be at our 5 p.m. Event today that we hope that you all come back out, because that's a fun rally. We're going to have some fun tonight at 5 p.m. and more of them will be able to attend that. But right now we have these wonderful people behind me, and I want you to hear from them about this campaign re-election. So first up that I'll have is our former state senator, my friend, a true champion for Georgia, Jason Carter. Jason.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much, Mayor Dickens. I'm here because as a City of Atlanta resident, my children go to Atlanta Public Schools. This city is important to me, and right now Atlanta is working because Andre Dickens is working. He is one of the hardest working folks we've ever seen in this office. To his point, morning and night, he has been everywhere since he got elected. And he's not just working in the city, but I was in the state senate, as he mentioned, and he's working across the aisle at the state capitol without compromising what he believes in, but to get things done for the people of Atlanta. And we need that now more than ever. And I live in Candler Park. He is working state level. He's also working in my neighborhood. And I'll just tell you right now that so far as I know, DeKalb Avenue was a mess from the beginning of time until Andre Dickens, right? He is making things work in this city in a way that just deserves a reelection. And I think the second term for Mayor Dickens is going to be filled with that same work ethic, that same ability to bring people together. I'm thrilled about it, and I sure know that my family and me and my neighborhood are behind Andre Dickens. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for all your work. Thank you to my co-chairs up here, and I'm going to hand it over to Stephanie Blank.
So I am here because there are a lot of politicians who talk a good game, but there aren't many who actually walk their talk. And I have seen firsthand in this mayor's commitment to children and families, particularly through early childhood education, how he has walked all of that talk, helping us to bring attention and awareness to the issues facing our working families and our youngest learners, our birth to 5-year-olds, but also making those investments in the city and giving us the resources we need to help strengthen families. Atlanta needs to not only be the best place to do work, but it needs to be the best place to raise a family, and this mayor is making sure that happens. So that's why I'm here today. Thank you. And next up is Ryan Wilson.
Well, thank you, Mayor Dickens. One of my favorite quotes is, "You can't lead people if you don't love people." And I think with this mayor, it's clear that we have someone that loves this city and loves the people. This is a very critical moment, as we all know. Atlanta, to me, is the most important city in this world, and we need leadership. And so I am very excited to see the work continue, because while a lot of amazing things have been accomplished, we still have some more work to do. So looking forward to working with the co-chairs and seeing Mayor Dickens have another term in office so that we can get everything that we've been talking about being accomplished, finished.
I'm not quite the orator that my fellow co-chairs are, so I've got some notes here. Good morning, everyone. My name is Clark Seidel. I'm a fellow Atlantan, a campaign volunteer, and a person who understands the importance of getting our mayor reelected. If you've ever seen Andre in action, you know he doesn't slow down. Whether it's making our neighborhoods safer, expanding our parks and green space, creating more housing opportunities for our fellow citizens, or bringing the leaders together to create forward progress, Andre's enthusiasm is contagious. He makes it happen. But here's the one thing. It's not a one-man job. Atlanta's a group project, as he always states. And if there's one thing we all know about group projects, you don't want to be the one who slacks off. Please get behind this campaign. Step up for this man, because he steps up for you every single day.
Good morning. I'm Sharon Gay. I'm a 45-year resident of Atlanta, kind of the other end of DeKalb Avenue in Inman Park. And I'm here because our mayor told us what he cared about, and he told us what he was going to work on, and he has. And I want him to be able to finish the job. From affordable housing to healthy neighborhoods to safe, inclusive, vibrant communities to healthy environments for children and youth, to fixing infrastructure and improving infrastructure. He's taken enormous steps on all of that. I think the last count of potholes was something like 30,000 filled, but he's made enormous steps on all of those things, and he leads from his heart. You know what he cares about, and he implements what he cares about. So I'm looking forward to finishing the job, revitalizing downtown, getting us ready for these small events coming up, but also continuing to invest in what matters over the long haul, which is our family, our children, and our neighborhoods. I'm delighted to be here.
Like my other co-chairs, I am here because of one simple reason. The mayor says what he's going to do, and he gets it done. I have agree with everybody. Like, there is no harder working individual in this city. And he came into office 4 years with one commitment: to move Atlanta forward. And what we have seen over this period of time is that he's just not moving one segment of Atlanta forward. He understands that community means unity of all communities. And so he is moving all of Atlanta forward, and with compassion and with love. I love that at the State of the City, he said, in Atlanta, love has got to mean something. And this mayor embodies that each and every day. So we are going to continue to move Atlanta forward for these next 4 years under the leadership of Mayor Andre Dickens. Reverend Alexander.
I am humbled to stand before you today. It is an honor to serve with these co-chairs. We are happy and excited about the next term that this present mayor will serve. Forgive me if I push too hard, but there is no doubt in my mind who the next mayor will be. We know him. He was raised in the SWATs. If you don't know what the SWATs is, you can look it up. He was raised in the SWATs. He's one of us. He does love, like was said. He does love everybody. We watched him grow. He was mentored by my father, Dr. Cameron Madison Alexander, mentored by Ambassador Andy Young, mentored by the Honorable Shirley Franklin. He has the best team on the field. We believe in him, and we look forward to his next term. And listen, I'm a Baptist minister, so I need to hear somebody say something. If you are excited about his next term, you ought to say something. With all that the world is facing right now, we need real leadership from a real person who stands his ground. So it is my honor to be here for our present and our next mayor, Andre Dickens.
We're gonna take a few questions, but I want to just get a good photo. Come on, ladies, over.
Oh, yeah. Get a good photo?
Yes, please.
Put them in the middle.
You can still, yeah, I just want to make sure you get a good photo with this.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Who's taking it? Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Perfect. Now we'll have a few questions.
Yeah, and I mentioned the list of all of the co-chairs, and I'll take the questions, but I did forget to mention Dr. Fahamu Piku. He'll be here in the evening for the 5 p.m. So again, that's Shirley Franklin, Ambassador Andrew Young, Ambassador Michelle Taylor, and Jason Carter, Sharon Gay, Amara Kennedy, Dr. Key Hallman, Ryan Wilson, Clark Seidel, Reverend Kenny Alexander, Stephanie Blank, and Dr. Fahamu Piku, all co-chairs. And you'll see many of them tonight at 5. And I know Mayor Franklin is actually traveling. So with that, you hear the excitement? I'm ready to serve now and into the future. So any questions? Let's go, everybody.
Who should come to your rally tonight, Mr. Mayor?
Everybody. Listen, anybody that loves Atlanta should be where the love is going to emanate most right then and there. At 5 p.m., we're going to be pushing out messaging about the city of Atlanta is doing well, and we're going to continue to do well for the next 4.5, 5 years and beyond. And so I want everybody to come out tonight. We have it's already sold out. So when I say I want everybody to come out, I want everybody that's already said they're coming out to come out because it's already sold out. It literally went out and it sold out in the first 30 to 45 minutes. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's sold out in terms of all the tickets are gone at tonight at 5 o'clock. But I want everybody to be there. I want the media to be there to be able to record this event.
Mayor, can you give us some insight into what your campaign is going to look like, what kind of events, what neighborhoods you plan on visiting? Just give us a little rundown.
Yeah, so we're going to hit all 12 districts over the next month, within the month. We're going to do events in 12 districts, and it's going to look like high energy, everything from outdoor events to indoor events to coffee shops to barber shops to restaurants. Senior citizen outreach is going to be really big during this campaign, just like it is in my day-to-day as mayor. We're going to be going to some of our affordable housing developments, waving at folks and talking to them about how things are going. It's going to be all over the city of Atlanta. Right now, there's no opponent, but I like to run through the finish line. So we're going to, treat this just like it's a first-time campaign, just run hard. So it's going to look like activity.
Mayor, what's different this time around compared to 4 years ago when you were relatively just a humble city councilman, and now you have had 4 years behind you, 4 years potentially ahead of you. What's changed for you personally?
All y'all have changed. There was like one camera, one reporter. We were begging for attention, but now I can get a camera real quick to come out. Nothing has really changed. The same exact campaign team, the very same team. All those members are pretty much the same, plus a new campaign manager, Mina. She's around here somewhere. And then, but me personally, my love for this city, the same pillars are still the same, what we're pushing for. They're literally the same as I had when I ran for city council. And so my heart hasn't changed. I've gotten stronger and tougher through this process. When you have two phones and they run all day and night with, all the various things that happen in the city, I'm now even more aware of the plight of every citizen, every small business owner, the direction that we're going. I know more about this city than probably anybody at this point because of, all that I've been dealing with over the past 3+ years. So, but my constitution, my personal constitution, who I am, hasn't changed. I'm really still just excited about serving Atlanta just as I was, running for mayor the first time.
Mr. Mayor, the political climate nationally has changed within the last few months. It's going to be different for the next 4 years. Does that change your approach going into the next 4 years, campaigning for the next 4 years?
Yeah, so our goals don't change, but maybe some of our strategies might have to change given the difference between a Biden administration and a Trump administration. Biden administration, literally days after I was elected mayor, he called my phone. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, called my phone and said, welcome, and I want to meet you. And then 2 weeks later, I was in the White House, and we had contact from then on. Anybody, they had special people for us to talk with. And that led to successful things that came to the city of Atlanta. Working with our federal delegation as well as the White House officials, we were able to get a lot of money and a lot of help. I'm hoping that we have some sort of avenue to be able to get the money and the help that we will need over time as a city. It's impossible to be a city and have no connection to the White House. Our strategy might have to change on how we go about doing that because, this White House operates a lot differently than the last one, than any that I've ever seen, actually. So I would say that, our approach is going to be one filled with telling the Atlanta story, but also waving our hands and say Atlanta is in America, and America needs some things, Atlanta needs some things.
Mayor, I was going to ask you, how is fundraising going? How much does it cost, or you have to raise to be mayor of Atlanta?
Yeah, so we've already raised more now than we did for the mayoral campaign the first time, 2021. So we've raised about $1.7 million over the past 3 years and have about 1.3 on hand, or more than that. 1.3 on hand. Yeah, 1.3 on hand. And we want to continue to raise because you never know if somebody runs up against us that's some wealthy superstar, billionaire that comes in with their own money or something. I don't know. But you raise enough money so that you can advertise the activities, you can buy yard signs and things that you need to do in TV advertising. So we don't want to get caught flat-footed having to raise money out of, last few minutes of the campaign. We want to have it up front, and so we have some fundraisers planned that are already going to, make sure that we have enough money to do what we need to do.
Mayor, 4 years ago, you ran on connecting communities, empowering small businesses, making life better for all Atlantans, right? First, how have you done that, and what do you say to those who feel like there's still a long way to go, that maybe that change has not come to their community and their lives yet?
Yeah, I'll say they're right about there's a long ways to go. This work is so huge. This is a city that is growing rapidly. So every day we're doing something, and there's something that still needs to be done. So all of the efforts we've done around building more affordable housing, you have 11,000 units that are already built or under construction, but we need more. So it is very likely that somebody can say, I need more affordable housing, and we've built more affordable housing than anybody in the last 2 or 3 decades. And it is quite honest, possible that someone will say, yeah, you've done some infrastructure stuff, you've paved some roads, they mentioned a few, but you haven't paved mine, or I need more done on this, in this part of the community. So it is very real. I deal with that every single day. Every time I do a press conference about something good, I get an email that says, but you didn't do this on right here. I opened the park here, you didn't open the park there. So that's part of the work, is to constantly be reminded that your high fives are met with, but also I need you to do another thing. And I'm, being a deacon of a good Baptist preacher here, they let you never get too high and definitely don't let you get too low. So as soon as we do a thing, when we help communities connect, when we're here and we have the Year of the Youth, the last 2 years, APS has had the highest graduation rate in its history every year that we've announced the Year of the Youth. After school programs, early childhood education, all these summer employment, all these youth are employed in midnight basketball. Crime is down, but you still have youth that still need our help. So every day I get a call saying, can you help this young man? Can you help this young lady? And the truth is, yes, we need to continue to do more. So about communities, we're going to be doing all of the above, and be very well aware that, every day it's a struggle to try to solve all the problems, but we're going to keep fighting.
We have time for about one more question.
Mr. Mayor, being in a campaign, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of drive, a lot of effort. We've seen you out there burning the midnight oil where the water is spouting out of the ground. We've seen all of that. But how can you assure people that when it comes to significant issues such as encampments and ethics concerns, how do you assure the people that you can still devote that energy to those issues while at the same time campaigning for another term?
Well, that is a great question. I've never been running and running, running reelection and running the city at the same time. That's where the team comes in. I got a dynamic team, a COO, Chief of Staff, all my cabinet. We're still managing day to day. Had a great meeting this morning, had a great cabinet meeting yesterday. And then I have a great campaign team. So the team is going to help with that. But then I've been blessed with a tremendous amount of energy. I keep looking at myself saying, man, how you still doing all this? You wake up at 5:45 every morning and you go to the gym and you get out here and you go here, there. How are you still doing this at 50 years old? And I'm saying, hey, I'm going to keep doing that throughout this campaign, as well as running the city and managing these things. There's a lot to do, and we're going to do them. The good news is I don't talk out of two sides of my mouth. The campaign speak is still literally the mayor speak. So it's not like I'm going to promise something that I'm not going to deliver upon. We promise that we're going to do these things in the campaign. These are the things that we're doing in real life as mayor. Thank you all.
Guys, yeah.
All right.
Hope to have you this evening.
Yeah, come back this evening. All right, gotta go. All right, thank y'all.
And there you go, Mayor Andre Dickens announcing his re-election bid for 2025. And again, running unopposed right now. That could change really any moment now. But for now, the mayor does not have any opposition, and I do believe we just lost our camera there. So again, taking you back to 2022. Mayor Dickens was first sworn in after securing the mayoral win again, following former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and taking over the mantle, carrying us into 2025, and now asking for voters to get behind him once again. We saw President Jimmy Carter's grandson, Jason Carter, a former Georgia senator, endorsing him and urging folks to cast their vote for Mayor Dickens. Mayor Dickens himself saying that he is going to hold his first rally tonight at Monday Night Garage at 5 p.m., encouraging anybody who managed to get their hands on a sold-out ticket to come by and attend this first rally, indicating that there would be many more for the mayor, as while he is running unopposed, he says he'll treat it just like the first time and give it his all, asking for every last vote in the city of Atlanta. So we're going to keep you updated on everything that comes out of this story. And again, taking you back out live, actually, I think our camera just popped back up. The mayor taking photos with some folks who came out for this announcement here at 11 a.m. And it's just smiles all around. It's a good day for the mayor as he looks to his future, and hopefully what he hopes is his continued mayoral stay as the city of Atlanta's leader. Again, we are going to continue to follow this on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. Make sure you have the First Alert app downloaded and on your phone so you don't miss a thing.